Great Ormond Street appointment, 28th of February 12. Today I was heading off to Great Ormond Street Hospital, firstly to see Neil Walsted about my little ears infection, and then off to the craniofacial clinic I mentioned in my previous vlog. While sitting in the maxillofacial and dental department, like in their waiting room, one of the play specialists was doing some activities with some of the other children waiting for appointments for that, and came over and asked if I'd be interested in doing some of the activities, which, you know, I was happy to do. So yeah, I sat making like two little shadow puppets, and then put them on a projector, made like a little film image thing, made a little story with them, which was quite cool to do. But yeah, shame I didn't get photos of me actually doing it, but yeah, oh well. I'll put the amazing little sea creature things at the end I made. But yeah, I always like doing that sort of thing because I think, well, it might help the other younger kids, and, you know, if there's a way of helping Great Ormond Street, and, even if I had a little project like that, I'm happy to do them, sort of thing. Anyway, yeah. Me and my dad were then called through to see Neil Walsted about my ear due to the infection. And he had a good look at it and was, asking me questions: how had it been caused by jewellery, what antibiotics was I on, what had I been given it for it, I had any like samples of swab stamps from it, which at the time I hadn't. And then he took some pictures for medical files and records and stuff. And then told me once we're finished in the craniofacial clinic to go down to the dinosaur ward to get some more antibiotics and swabs taken so he could find out what type of like cells and buds were growing, as he's worried they could eventually affect the cartilage inside my ear, like my rib cartilage. As it's been going on for nearly 3 months now, which would be a complete disaster if that was to happen, and I don't know what would happen if that was the case, as I don't think rib graft can be redone. I mean, okay, you can use cartilage, not cartilage, from the other set of ribs, but surely it should produce too much scar tissue on the ear. But I don't know, I'm not the expert obviously, but yeah, we'll worry about that obviously as and when it happens, and if it happens. For now, for now I'm just trying to stay calm and get it all sorted out as quickly as possible. Neil Walsted was then talking to me and my dad about like why we were actually at the hospital today, and I did I know why. We had obviously had the craniofacial clinic. I did. Well, I had an idea anyway, but my dad didn't, and I wasn't 100%. So Neil explained to us that we were there to talk about the potential jaw surgery, before turning to me and asking how I felt about it, which, to be honest, I felt alright about possibly having something done. And then, said that it's something I was thinking about. So he talked through two options, which was one, to have my chin moved into alignment and have another fat transferred to even out the right side of my face more, or two, to have first an operation, also with the upper and lower jaw being levelled so they're equal. He then asked me again if I wanted something done, which I said I did. And he first said, did I just want the first option, which with the chin alignment and common fat again. But I said to him no, I actually was aiming more for the second option. So he was like, right, okay, you need to speak to Mr. Aliff. So he went off to get him for me to talk to, and he came and sat down to talk to me, and I asked why I wanted to talk to him. And since Neil Walsted stayed in the room, he explained it all to Mr. Aliff, and the first thing he wanted to do was show him my ears, I could hear them both discussing it between them, heard them say, oh, it looks like it might be impetigo and that sort of thing. And then Mr. Aliff asked what else he could help me with. Again, Neil was already there, bless him, to my rescue, and explained how I was thinking of having jaw surgery, which was nice of him. And Neil also showed Mr. Aliff pictures of the common fat transfer he did for me previously, as Neil was really pleased with the results and wanted to show them off. I'll put that picture at the end because I took a picture of it when they went out of the room. But Mr. Aliff was then asking me why I wanted to have jaw surgery, so I explained about the feeling self-conscious of my jaw, especially as I'm getting older and I'm noticing it more in every photo of me, and how I can see the difference, and I don't like seeing it in pictures, and it makes me feel like everyone else can see it, and that kind of thing. Mr. Aliff seemed happy enough for doing the surgery. They explained the surgery to me in more detail and said it wouldn't look perfect if my hemifacial microsomia affects the eye socket, so your eyes and that. And that I've got like reduced amounts of tissue, so they can't do anything about that, which is fair enough. And to be honest, I've never really noticed my eye socket difference. I don't know if you can. Yeah. Although I was aware that hemifacial microsomia does affect the whole side of the face, including eye sockets. Yeah, I then talked through the hazards and the risks of having it done, and I still felt okay about having it done. Then Neil had to go, and Mr. Ailiff needed me to speak to the orthodontist. And seeing as he was busy with another patient, I was asked to go and wait in the waiting room, which is fair enough. So I went back there to wait. Then yeah, he got me to talk to the orthodontist when he was free, as like I'd needed a lot of dental work done before the actual operation. The orthodontist, Mr. Gill, had like a look at my teeth and jaw and talked through his job in it and all that sort of thing. He then made an appointment for me to see him next week to have like scans, x-rays, impressions of my teeth done, and we sent down to medical illustration photos of my face like in different angles and like of my teeth and jaw and that. And then I went down to Dinosaur to see one of the nurses and doctors and that to get a swab of my ear to be taken, like so they could know about what was happening to it and why I was getting regular infections and that. Yeah, Dana did the second one because the first swab didn't like do anything. So yeah, Dana did a wet swab, and like I had a chat with her, and you know, she said that Mr. Ailiff had Neil Ballstone and herself, or it might be impetigo. So my dad said about how I was on tablets and cream and it improved and then flared up again, got worse and that kind of thing. And this then like changed my view on maybe what was going on with my ear. So if it was impetigo, it'd be itchy, but it wasn't. Yeah, I prescribed the flucloxacillin tablets 4 times a day for 10 days. But there's an hour's wait in the hospital pharmacy, and so we got it from my local GP instead. Yeah, and then I had an appointment made to see Jane about my ear in 2 weeks' time. And she said, you know, seeing as I was coming back next week just to go and see her then, and she'd sort it out if there's still a problem. And Gosh said that they were taking swabs to see what bulbs were growing, and you know, said if it was impetigo, they wouldn't ring, but if it wasn't, then they ring us, and we'd have to see then what happens and what it was, sort of thing. And then yeah, we went off home, went over to my local GP to get the tablets. My mum, my dad, and my boyfriend at the time were worried about me having the jaw surgery though. Oh, and I've also been told that if I did have it, I'd have to have braces for 2 to 3 years. Yeah, and if I wanted the braces or chin alignment, then it'd be 12 to 18 months. Obviously you can tell I've got braces now, but yeah, I'll explain all that later on. Yeah, and I was told that it's going to make me look worse at first, as, you know, obviously my teeth will be moved to where they need them, and, you know, be in the process of having them straightened and stuff. And then, like, obviously I'd have an uneven jaw, but with straight teeth. And then, yeah, when they do the surgery, they will, you know, either do the top jaw first and then the bottom jaw. Yeah, but they said at the time they probably wouldn't do them together, but basically, you know, that'll be a wait and see thing. And I'll probably have treatment halfway through, and then have the op, or an op, whatever, and then more treatment, and then either another op to move, and more treatment, something like that. But yeah, also they were going to realign my chin as well, so yeah, kind of confusing, I know. So yeah, any questions then, you know, feel free to leave them in the comment box or send me a private message and I will definitely get back to you, and I'll see you soon. Bye!